Radio Raheem at the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City. Dmitry Bivol takes on Chilemba, victorious in a 12-round decision. We're going to hear what the champ has to say.
During the fight, he was adjusting and trying to adjust to what I was doing and kind of beginning to take some of the punches that I was throwing. And I had to try to make changes and try to adjust as well.
What did this fight do for your development?
I get a good experience because against I had 12 rounds with a tricky fighter. He's really tricky with good defense. Мало таких боксеров у нас, в принципе, есть, которые с такой вот защитой и пропускают, постоянно начинают двигаться корпусом.
There's not a lot of fighters, especially in the light heavyweight division, that are like him. You know, he takes a punch. You know, you can land on him, but he's able to absorb the punch and kind of slip the punch even when it's landed. You know, and that's a good technique that works for him.
How would you assess your performance tonight?
I don't know how, because I want that people will assess my performance, and if people like my fight, I will be glad.
We like it. Hey, Kathy, is that the best light heavyweight in the world right now?
Maybe. We're going to find out.
Good answer.
Quick question here. Seeing the performance that happened here with Eleider Alvarez, are you seeing a future fight with Alvarez to unify those titles?
My team had
my team had negotiations. My team had negotiations regarding Kovalev being my next fight. To
unified fight, unified, and I wanna now. Я все еще хочу этого объединительного боя. Мне очень, конечно, жаль, что мой соотечественник проиграл сегодня, поезд из России уехал. Но я настаиваю на своем. Я хотел бои с лучшими боксерами. Я и хочу сейчас. Если это поезд Альвареса, я бы с радостью, конечно, принял этот бой.
And I'm very disappointed that my countryman lost tonight. Sergey was a great champion, and it's unfortunate that he lost the title. But I would still want the same opportunity of having a unification fight in December as was discussed. And if it's Alvarez, I would be happy to fight Alvarez.
Kathy, you mentioned that there was a rematch clause with Sergey in Eleider. Is there any plans right now? I know he's visiting the hospital and everything else, and it's all fresh. But any thought to a rematch between Sergey and Alvarez?
Look, I know Sergey, and he's going to want to make a crack at the title. Whether it's a rematch, whether perhaps a leader. Sorry, reporter keeps trying to.
They're persistent.
Whether it's going to be, I was going to say, whether they go straight to a fight, a rematch, or whether perhaps I would like kind of to see Dmitry go first and maybe start to fight the war. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but we'll talk about it in the coming weeks.
Yes, you spoke about Sergey being a countryman. You wanted to unify the titles. There's another countryman of yours, Artur Beterbiev, that still holds the IBF, that heavyweight title. Would that be a fight that you want to have in the near future?
Every fighter in light heavyweight division, I want to fight with anybody in the light heavyweight division.
Kathy, just quickly, I know the result didn't go your way, but how did you think the show went as a whole? It was sold out and the atmosphere seemed absolutely electric in there.
Oh, the fans won tonight in a very big way. It was a wonderful homecoming for boxing on the boardwalk. Up until like that last few second to that fight. It was a perfect evening. So I think there are going to be many more. I know the conversations I've had with the casino so far, they were thrilled with the turnout, they were thrilled with the casino full of people and all that was going on. So I'm pretty good feeling we're going to do that. That's positive.
Dmitry, congratulations on a good victory. Question, Chilemba's style, he has that like little Philly roll style, gives a lot of guys problems. You did what I was really intrigued with is how your counter, your footwork, it was very good. Was this probably like the hardest style you've seen in the ring and as a pro?
Самое неудобное стиль для сложный профессиональный показ. It's not the most toughest style which I had. I had fight against Valera, maybe you know, Felix Valera. He has a tricky style too. Тебе неудобно было? То есть тебе как-то было... Ну, один из самых неудобных стилей, да, конечно. Это всегда неудобно, когда человек двигается назад и много двигает корпусом, пропускает удар, сразу двигает, поворачивает голову в разные стороны, намажет все лицо вазелином себе, чтобы удары были скользкие. I mean, he's definitely one of the most awkward fighters. There's no doubt about that. It's always hard to make an exciting fight with a guy that's trying to, avoid a fight. He's, coming backwards and trying, he has that technique of making the punches kind of, slip by and not really land. He had Vaseline all over his face every time he came out, and the commission let him put a bunch of Vaseline. I don't know how many bottles. Those things help, But at the end of the day, he's awkward, and that a lot of respect and props to him for that.
Question I have, what I really was, your counter adjustments with your footwork. Every time he went like this, you went like this with your foot. You countered the styles very well. But I also was intrigued with the way you bounced in and out, bouncing right back. Is that something you work on in training? Because I know, like when we were amateurs, we used to do it around the medicine ball, hopping in and out. It was an old technique. Do you do something similar to that with your footwork?
Ты отрабатываешь вот это движение ногами, то есть когда он делает шаг, ты ногами сразу. Вообще, да, эта работа у меня заложена с детства, вообще движение на ногах. По-русски это называется челном. И для всех российских боксеров это естественная работа для любого боксера. И она присутствует в каждой нашей тренировке и, соответственно, поет. Definitely, it's a big part of amateur boxing in Russia. It's called Chauvin. It's moving on your feet, moving with your opponent on your feet and trying to basically predict his movement and move ahead of him. I do it every training still. I work on it all the time. It's a big part of my game.
I'm gonna look that up. I like that.
Dmitry, and from here on, what are your goals and aspirations in the sport? Do you think of things like pay-per-view and pound for pound, and what's your upside and potential as a fighter?
Мечта как боксера, да? First of all, I want to be remembered in boxing fights. It's my most goal now. And for this, I should get more belts. I should fight against the best guys. I should to show good fights with knockouts or with good footwork or something like that.